I'm here in Bend, Oregon at Crux Fermentation Project. This is a state-of-the-art fermentorium run by legendary brewer owner Larry Sador. The beers you'll find here are globally inspired with a Pacific Northwest twist. But when you visit Crux, you'll find a bit of education as well as a beer from every color of the spectrum. Despite Crux being a leading brewery and one of the meccas of American craft beer, I still hear a bit of confusion about what color has to do with beer amongst consumers. I'm Jeremy Storton. I'm an advanced Cicerone and the host of the Good Beer Matters podcast. I've partnered with Brewery DB to bring you Trusted BrewKnowledge. Trusted BrewKnowledge is a series of videos to help you better understand beer and what to make of it. Can you just quickly run down your career path?
Olympia Brewing Company, Pabst Brewing Company, Hopsteiner Hops, Deschutes Brewery, and finally founding Crux 10 years ago.
And how long have you been brewing in the Northwest?
50 years.
So in other words, you know how to brew beer?
Yeah.
So now we get into the SRM range from 10 to 20. Now we're going from amber to darker amber. Right around 15, 16, we get a little bit of copper. And right around 20 is where we start getting into light brown colored beer. What beer styles would we expect to find within that color range?
Yeah, so that's very interesting. That's a great question. One of the issues is our IPAs. I'm an IPA person, right? Well, you could get a SRM 5, a 15, or a 20-ish. So, so you're all over the place with that. But in general, you can get some kind of darker lagers. You can get, obviously, the IPAs that I just brought up. You can get into that amber, copper beer range. You know.
Well, and to your point before, you can find a pattern there with the color, but you can't hang your hat on it because you could take the same color beer and it'll be an IPA. It could be an amber lager. It could be a Rauch beer. And the beers are not going to be the same, but the underlying base malt patterns there's going to be some similarities there. I hope.
Absolutely. So if you order a pale ale, you're going to get it all over that range, your number 2 range. It's going to be all over there.
Yeah. But when we get into that range and your Gimme Mo or other beers of that color from amber to light brown, I'm thinking, what I've tasted, tell me what you taste, but I'm tasting a little bit more bread that's been in the toaster just a little bit longer, all the way up to some bread crust. Maybe we start introducing some light caramel, some medium dark honey.
So what you're talking about is all the dimensions that are in there, and you have to put mouthfeel in there as well.
If we were to use the SRM as a pattern, as a guideline, then for that base flavor, we're talking about aroma, we're talking about taste, and we're talking about mouthfeel.
Correct.
And so we kind of have to lump all those together with our anticipation of what the color of this beer is going to turn into.
Yeah.
Okay, fantastic.